Hey everyone, it's Rachel Wong, No Wong Homestead, and I am here to share something I think that gives a little bit more insight into my nerdy personality. So I was just thinking the other day because my husband mentioned watching The Princess Bride one night, and it was already 8 o'clock, which for me is about time to go to bed. So I knew I wasn't going to make it through Princess Bride, but that got me thinking because my garden is like always on my mind. How gardening has, or how Princess Bride has three lessons that I think pertain to gardening. So bear with me here. First of all, ROUSs. If you haven't watched this movie, it's not going to make any sense. But if you have, this is for you. Rodents of unusual size. Thank God I have not seen any rodents of unusual size back here, but there are bugs. And if you've thought about gardening and you're just like, I do not want to get my hands touching all sorts of creepy crawlies and stuff, I can totally understand that. I don't like bugs either. I can handle earthworms. I don't mind it. I'll put them on the hook if I go fishing. But the spiders freak me out. I will generally get pretty nervous if I hear something buzzing by my ear, and I just don't like all the beetles and stuff. So, rodents of unusual size come out of nowhere. Bugs come out of nowhere. Gardening, you're gonna have something that pops up and scares you a little bit. There's no way around it. Okay? But part of the joy of it is getting these lovely blooms and fruit that you can eat. Vegetables, at this time of year, it's mostly vegetables. And so I just wanted to share that aspect, which leads me actually to the second thing, because that's why you have a garden, right? I'm trying to find a way in where I don't have to duck. That's why you have a garden, so that you can have stuff to eat for your family. It's not economical, especially when you first start, but hopefully you get to a point where you're growing enough food that it makes sense. And that can be discouraging if you have a row that looks like this. Okay, all along the back here, just plant after dead plant. It's so sad. And it's pretty discouraging. Bear with me. Sorry, my hand was totally in the frame. I'm pretty new at this still. Very new. But remember, just like in Princess Bride, mostly dead is slightly alive. So I totally planted these in a spot that's got not enough light. I didn't realize how much shade was going to be over here. And I was discouraged. I just didn't have the urge to come out here and pull all these up. And now you see this whole row of little sugar daddy snap peas that are trying to come back. So that is awesome. I have this whole empty area here. I'm in California. This is Zone 9B. We had some horrible, horrible smoke. And I'm pretty sure that's what killed like my spinach and arugula, because it didn't dry up. It just shriveled. But now I have this spinach coming back. I have a couple of arugulas coming back. Another tiny spinach right there. So remember, mostly dead is slightly alive. Give it a chance. Keep watering it. Prune it back if you need to. I've got some things I need to prune that I just haven't gotten to yet. Water it. Be patient. If you've got other things going for you, just celebrate the small wins. Okay, so one of my pea plants is doing really well. My giant snow pea is getting enough light. I'm getting a little something from it. But that's lesson number 2. Mostly dead is slightly alive. And, well, actually, hang on. While I'm out here, I need to actually go water my low beds. It's a good thing I came out because the dogs are waiting for their water. They finished what they had this morning, so they're afraid of the spout, though, so they're not going to come close to it so they know it's done. And suddenly I'm like, I don't think I have enough seeds for this next season. And I've only been doing this for fall, so I could really be getting myself into trouble here, because summer in Northern California is pretty brutal at times. But you're just like, oh, I can grow something. I can make this work. I can be patient. I can prune something back, get it to just kind of coax it along. And you're like, oh, what other cool things can I get going? Just rolling up the hose, otherwise I won't get back out here later to do it. And you're just gonna go crazy. So those are the 3 lessons about gardening from The Princess Bride. There are bugs, rodents of unusual size, bugs of unusual size. Hopefully not rodents. I don't know. You might have some rodents of unusual size. There's ways to get rid of those too, I guess. Whew. Sorry, apparently rolling up that hose was a bit more strenuous than I anticipated. You're going to have times where you have to remind yourself that mostly dead is slightly alive. It will happen. Just be patient. Prune it back if you need to. Water it, love it, and coax it. Maybe it'll come back, like my pea plants in the back. And finally, you might get to a point where you just want to say, I give up. But if you're patient, you'll get a reward that's just like, I can do this. And I'm sure there's ups and downs. Like I said, I just started this, but I love it more than I thought. Kind of like when I finally started jogging, which obviously I'm out of practice. But just like then, you start a little bit at a time, build up your endurance, your patience, and suddenly you might have something that you're like, I don't hate this. Actually, I might really enjoy this. So I hope you will try to get out and grow something, anything, even if it's just in a little pot on your windowsill, a container on your patio, or a small box, whatever it is. Get out and try something. And if you're patient, you will be surprised. All right, have a great day. Hope your January is going well. And if not, I hope you find some bright spots to celebrate the little wins until you get some